It's funny because I never had a day off, or I would have a day off. But when you have one day off and your family and friends are like 24-hour plane ride, how do you actually get to go and see them and recharge? Or when it came to the point in my life when I had to ask myself, why am I working so hard when I can't even enjoy the fruits of my labor? I said, oh, I need a few months off. And people were like, few months? If you take a few months off, you're gonna be gone. People will take your place, you know, you'll just disappear off the map. I think the first thing is to let go of fear and let go of insecurities in your ego and understand that you don't have to take every job. And if you're not happy somewhere, you don't have to be there. Yes, it looks scary because you don't know what's next, but there's always something next. I tend to minimize my achievements, which is very strange because a lot of people, like my friends laugh, they're like, I have other friends that think that they're 100 and then you're 100, but you think you're 50. Everyone's, for some reason, even when I was not even in India anymore, people still were so interested about whatever I was doing or who I was dating. So that seems to be my luck, because even if I had the biggest film coming out, they would still want to know that.
Oh God.
Yeah. No, but actually it was pretty funny because I posted it because I thought it was hilarious. And yes, I'm so grateful I didn't break a tooth or my nose or anything. And I smiled, but then when I turned back, I was too late and I couldn't like get the brakes. And I just was like, I knew in my mind as I'm riding, I'm like, I'm hitting this thing, I'm just gonna go. So I hit the pole and then I flipped over. It's nice to hear it for sure. I think back in the day, I was always awkward when people would compliment me. But I've learned to now accept the compliments. So I just say thank you. Yeah, but I'm not astounded, but definitely.
What have been your moments when you felt like you have to quit?
So I don't know if it's more like, I shouldn't say quit for me, because I try not to quit, but I think that a lot of people need to take time off because we live in a world where it's like 24/7 work, work, work. And people don't prioritize like self-care enough. And if we work so much, you're gonna burn yourself out, and then what's gonna happen? You're gonna get unwell, you're not gonna be mentally okay or physically okay. So not more about quitting, because I think quitting just has a negative connotation attached to it. It's more, and the point was really to just pick yourself up and keep going, because from those failures, or if you quit or take time off, you can recharge, regroup, and then learn from your mistakes, and then
this reminds me of Nelson Mandela's quote.
With that is really true.
Sure. Normalize taking a break.
Pandemic made people realize also what was really important. Like family, and you know, taking the time for yourself, doing activities other than work that, you know, nourishes your mind, body, and soul. So I think people are thinking about that now. So they don't, you know, I hope. I always say, if you're not healthy in all aspects, like mind, body, and soul, how can you be of any good to anyone else? Actually, it's funny because I never had a day off, or I would have a day off, but when you have one day off and your family and friends are like 24-hour plane ride, how do you actually get to go and see them and recharge? So I had to make a decision, and yes, I was told, oh, if you leave, first I said, oh, I need a few months off, and people were like, few months? If you take a few months off, you're gonna be gone. People will take your place, you know, you'll just disappear off the map, and you're doing so well, you're at the peak, how could you leave? I'm happy I took that chance. I'm happy that I wasn't scared into continuing in the rat race, because then it would have been even worse for me to keep going.
Acting is a very insecure business, I always say.
At the time it didn't, because I think I realized something else was more important. And I do believe that everyone could do anything they want in their lifetime, but not at the same time. I don't have an issue, because at that time it was my time to take time for myself. So it also shows me that I might not be where I was, but also I'm not the same person I was. So without growth and change, like, what is life? You know? And I don't have the same I was before, or I don't want to live that lifestyle, you know, working all the time with no break. I'm trying to learn more balance in life. I think the first thing is to let go of fear and let go of insecurities and your ego. You don't have to take every job. And if you're not happy somewhere, you don't have to be there. Yes, it looks scary because you don't know what's next, but there's always something next. Oh wow, for me, I've been an avid reader of self-help books since I was like 15.
Okay.
We have to constantly look at who we are and how we're changing, evolving, and growing with our work, with our regular life, with ourselves. So for me, it's always reading. Like, I love psychology a lot, and I'm a type of person that wants to be better and do better. And I realized through my interactions with other human beings and relationships with, whether it's a partner or friends or family, they reflect certain things back to me. And even if I don't like certain things about other people, I always look at myself and say, why don't I like that? Is that something within me about myself and how I can be better? I always hold accountability for what I do and what I say. I try not to blame or victimize myself. And I know that I have the power to change first. Like, what negative things are you saying? If you catch yourself, if you're aware, you can like slap yourself and say, hey, no, don't say that, or don't think that. Catching yourself when you're being negative, even towards other people. Because what is the point of being negative towards other people? That doesn't even make any sense. That's a reflection of your own inner insecurities or negativity. I mean, we can go on forever on that. But meditation helps. Reading helps. I watch a lot of podcasts and videos. Exercise. Oh my gosh, the miracle of exercise. Even taking a walk for 30 minutes could change your hormones in your brain. What you eat, lots of bread and cheese and junk food. Of course, your mental health is not going to be well because it all works together. So I think that I tend to minimize my achievements, which is very strange. Because a lot of people, like my friends laugh, they're like, I have other friends that think that they're 100 and then you're 100, but you think you're 50. Like, so I guess I just minimize a lot of things about even, the way I look or the work I do or my intelligence. So I haven't figured out exactly why I do that, or maybe I have, but that's a whole nother topic. Yeah, like talk about how diverse I am. Because I am very talented in many different things.
Absolutely.
And people haven't had a chance to see all of that. I remember when I first started having interviews and people realized how funny I was. And sometimes they think, oh, pretty girl, she's not funny, or she looks like a jerk. They have so many assumptions about you. Health and wellness, psychology, and random other topics that I was never taught. I'm a very curious person. Like, I'd be curious about your job, and I'd love to ask questions, about what you do. Yes, I can be proud of my achievements, and I should let people know, like, hey, look at all these movies I did, look at all these characters I played, and look where I came from and what I've achieved. Everyone's, for some reason, even when I was not even in India anymore, people still were so interested about whatever I was doing or who I was dating. My luck, because even if I had the biggest film coming out, they would still want to know that part. And I mean, I don't really read about other celebrities, but I'm not sure if they're very other people so much. But also, I'm very real and authentic, and I put myself out there, so it's my fault as well. I'm not such a secretive human because I feel like I have nothing to really be, because I'm just regular, a normal human. I don't do anything weird. You know what I mean? So, and I think that's part of the human search. We all want to love and be loved, right?
Aren't we?
I agree. That now I would like to keep to myself until somebody puts a ring on it. To a certain extent. And I want people to know more about my work right now. So that part has changed. Which is a good thing. More professional.
Absolutely.
And that story was just amazing. I mean, it's a love story. Hello. Like we just talked about. Thank you. That's so nice of you. Well, I'm now in the talks work with a few people, and I'm hoping to start something at the end of this year. So you won't get to see me until next year. No, I am here and there and here and there.
Yeah.
I'm in and out. But yeah, I come in for a couple of weeks and then I go out. Because actually, I work all over.
Yeah.
Like I was in Greece doing a shoot, then I was in London taking meetings, then I was in Dubai doing stuff. So I get to be everywhere and nowhere.